Have you subscribed to the channel yet? It's not difficult to subscribe. I think this story will amuse you. Asterisk asterisk. Unlocked secrets. It had been building for months, the tension, the suspicion, the late nights with no explanation. My wife, Sienna, was beautiful, talented, and someone who always knew how to make a room light up. But lately, something about her had changed. We'd been married for 8 years and had a daughter, Isabel, who was 5. Life should have been perfect, but the gnawing feeling that something was wrong wouldn't leave me, and I was about to find out just how deep the betrayal ran. It all started the night I decided to check her phone. Sienna always guarded her phone like it was the Ark of the Covenant. She used to leave it around carelessly, but now it was never out of her sight. It was always on silent, always flipped over. Call me paranoid, but when someone changes their behavior like that, alarms start ringing. That night, while she was asleep after one too many glasses of wine, I noticed her phone on the nightstand. The screen lit up briefly with a message from someone named Drew. My stomach tightened, but I resisted the urge to immediately grab it. I waited until she was fast asleep, her soft snores a cue that it was time. I picked it up, praying she hadn't added some new code. To my relief, it was the same one. Our daughter's birthday. I was in. Message from Drew. So does he still not know? Haha. I guess we'll have more fun next time. My heart skipped a beat. What the hell was that? I scrolled up, my fingers trembling. And there it was, the conversation that confirmed my worst fears. This wasn't just a fling. This was a joke to them. Drew. How's Captain Clueless? Still oblivious, I bet. Sienna. Totally. He thinks I'm still working on those late-night projects. If only he knew what those really involved. Lmao. Drew. Man, what a fool. Guess some people never catch on, huh? Maybe I'll finally introduce myself at your next little family BBQ. What do you think? Sienna. Haha, that would be too good. He'd probably offer you a beer. Bless his dumb little heart. I felt a rush of blood to my face. They weren't just sneaking around. They were laughing at me. The person I trusted most was making a joke out of my life. But I wasn't going to let it slide. I was going to confront this jerk, Drew, on my own terms. Taking action. A plan began forming in my mind. I scrolled down to the latest messages, and when I saw he was still online, I had an idea. I was going to impersonate Sienna and make him reveal himself. I took a deep breath, typed in a message, and hit send. Me as Sienna. Hey, are you still up? Drew. Always for you. Miss me already? Me as Sienna. You have no idea. You wanna meet up tonight? Drew. Oh hell yeah, where? Same place. Me as Sienna. Nah, let's try something different. How about near that bar you like? You know, the Red Lounge. The fool was excited, no doubt thinking he'd get another chance to play his little games behind my back. I had other plans. Drew. Haha, okay, I'll be there in 20. I'll wear that shirt you love. Me as Sienna. Perfect. See you there, babe. I could barely contain my anger as I closed the app. I grabbed my jacket, left a quick note for Sienna saying I was going out for a walk, and headed to the Red Lounge. The showdown. The bar was a seedy place on the edge of town, the kind of place where people went to make bad decisions. I parked my car and waited outside. Sure enough, 20 minutes later, a guy pulled up in a sleek sports car. I recognized him from some photos Sienna had shown me once. Drew. Tall, athletic, with that smarmy grin that screamed, asterisk I get away with everything asterisk. I waited until he went inside, probably thinking he was about to meet his secret lover. Then, I followed him in. He was seated at a booth near the back, looking around nervously. I walked up, tapped him on the shoulder, and when he turned around expecting Sienna, he got a face full of my fist instead. Hey there, Drew, I said with a sneer, expecting someone else. He staggered back, clutching his nose, blood seeping between his fingers. What the hell, man? Who are you? I'm Captain Clueless, remember? The guy you've been laughing at for weeks. Enjoying your little game? I grabbed him by the collar and shoved him against the booth. I hope you're ready to learn what real fun is. You're her husband. Oh man, this is a misunderstanding. I've seen the messages, I growled, pinning him down. No misunderstandings here, buddy. You messed with the wrong man. He was too scared to fight back, just whimpering like the coward he was. I could have pounded him into oblivion, but I didn't need to. One more punch to the stomach sent him collapsing into the booth, coughing and groaning. Next time you want to play games with another man's wife, I said, leaning in close, make sure the guy isn't willing to come down here and beat the crap out of you for it. I left him there, broken and humiliated, just like I'd felt reading those texts. By the time I got home, Sienna was up, probably wondering where I was. I walked through the door, and she immediately looked worried. "Where did you go?" she asked, her voice tense. "I had a little chat with Drew," I said, tossing her phone onto the counter. "Funny guy. Likes to call me Captain Clueless. That ring a bell?" Her face drained of color. What? What are you talking about?" "Don't lie to me, Sienna. I read the messages. I know everything." She tried to backtrack, tried to twist it into something innocent. "It's not what you think, Eli. We were just, I don't know, flirting, but it didn't mean anything. It was stupid." "Stupid doesn't cover it." I cut her off, my voice colder than I'd ever heard it. "You laughed at me. You made fun of me with him. You mocked our marriage. That's not just stupid, it's unforgivable." She started to cry, but I wasn't moved. I was past the point of sympathy. She had crossed a line that no amount of tears could erase. What do you want me to do?" she whispered, her voice breaking. "I want you to pack your things and leave," I said, my tone final. "I can't live with someone who disrespects me like that." But what about Isabel?" she sobbed. "What about our daughter?" "You can see her whenever you want," I replied, "but as for me, I'm done." And just like that, it was over. Moving forward. Sienna moved out the next day. We told Isabel that Mommy would be staying somewhere else for a while, and while it broke my heart to break up our family, I knew I couldn't stay in that toxic situation. As for Drew, I heard through mutual acquaintances that he moved to another city shortly after our little talk at the bar. Word travels fast when you're a two-timing coward who can't take a punch. Life wasn't easy after the split, but I found peace in being there for Isabel. I focused on work, on being the best dad I could be, and slowly but surely I rebuilt my life. Sienna tried to reach out a few times. She'd ask how Isabel was, whether I needed help with anything. She tried to act like we could still be friends, but I wasn't interested in that. The trust was gone, and without trust, there was nothing left. The funny thing is, I don't regret it. I don't regret going through her phone, I don't regret confronting Drew, and I don't regret ending the marriage. In the end, I got something far more valuable than staying in a broken relationship. I got my dignity back. Reader comments. 1. This story had me hooked. The moment Eli pretended to be Sienna in those texts, genius. And that showdown at the bar, totally satisfying. Sometimes the best revenge isn't just leaving but teaching a lesson first. 2. Damn, Eli handled this like a boss. Love how he played it cool, then flipped the script. Drew deserved everything he got. Wish I could have been there to see his face when he realized Eli was standing in front of him, not Sienna. 3. Sienna was playing with fire. And it's so sad because Eli seemed like such a good guy. I'm glad he took the high road and focused on his daughter. Some women just don't realize what they have until it's too late.